The Mariety Show presents.
We work. This is how we man down. This is how we work. This is how we work.
Last time on The Mariety Show, we were treated to yet another episode of How We Work. We were introduced to three illustrious guests: Peyton, who works at a car dealership; Pasty, who Ubers guns around town; and Ian, who was recently promoted from working in a freezer to coordinating events at a college. And Mariah reminisced about the fun time she had working at Staples. There was just so much going on in this episode. The only thing that could make it better is if there was a part 2.
I would like to interrupt this program for a special announcement. Happy birthday, Kylie. I repeat, happy birthday, Kylie. This is from Zag the Wag. Now, let's get back to the Mariety Show.
We've done a liquid dinner like twice. I was like, I'm not really hungry, but it was like a Friday or something. And like, we're just like, well, let's drink. That was it. It was cool because we just watched a movie or whatever.
Yeah, drinking.
And then you woke up Saturday and you felt like shit.
Yeah. No, if you just drink a lot of water, you'll be fine. I mean, it's not like we got wasted. We just had a couple beers. I'd rather have a couple beers on their own than with food because you just feel so gross.
There's only one beer left.
No, what do we do?
Boomer memes. He runs out of beer?
No, he drives out of beer. I feel like you should plug Fourth Wall, aka the Mariety Show shop.fourthwall.
Oh yeah, good idea.
It's now time for a quick break.
Hey, everybody, don't you know they gave Mariah money, now they're on the show. Let's hear all the Fourth Wallers' names. Hey! Give her money!
Thank you to all of my Mariety Fourth Wallers. We got Kristen's Wag the Zag GF, Zag the Wag, Pacey, Solfin, Frosted 564, Caps, Not Tommy C, Big Eights, Matt Cat, Duchess of New Jersey. Thank you all so much. I'm just surprised. I'm still speechless. I have no idea what to say. Now here's a t-shirt review from one of my biggest fans, Solfin.
I just got my Mariety Show t-shirt and it is fantastic. It's comfortable, excellent quality, and it's a perfect fit. This very well may be the last t-shirt I ever buy. I would highly recommend getting yours today.
Hey Solfin, thanks for that awesome review.
Oh, this t-shirt's awesome! I love the Mariety Show!
You too can be just like Solfin and get a Mariety Show t-shirt, or you could get a hoodie, or you could just get a Fourth Wall membership. Just go to shop.marietyshow.com, or you could just go in the description and click the link. I should put it there. That should be about it, so let's get back to the show.
All right,
And
wait,
we're
hold
back. Oh wait, what?
Oh, hey, before that, I want to know genuinely, are the hoodies, do you have a good design for the hoodies now? Are they good to buy?
Yes, good to buy. Yeah,
Okay.
the
All right,
placeholder has been removed. I don't even know why I put that up. I think I just kind of wanted to see what it looked like. But yes, the hoodies are available to buy now. Pacey's a Fourth Waller. Pacey's a Fourth Waller.
So am I, bro.
Oh, wait. Oh, you
Dude,
didn't.
you were the worst.
Hey, well, you didn't connect your account on here. Oh wait, maybe you did. No, you didn't.
No, I don't know if I did.
But even if
How do
you
I do
did, that tier is lower, so you guys only have the guest role, which I guess at this point I gotta put Pacey as a guest. Okay, I'll do that later. Sorry, I'm looking at
Yeah, we'll
other
figure
stuff.
that out. We'll
Well,
figure
thank you.
that
Well,
out.
wait, Peyton's also a Fourth Wall. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Guys, thanks for giving me money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're
Pay to
welcome.
be here.
Yeah, and thanks also for
Yeah.
listening to that.
It's pay to win.
segment
If
and a song that just played.
Can confirm.
Wait,
if
what'd
you
say?
if you want to come on the Mariety Show,
Just
for only
give
for
money.
only $50 a month.
For what, how many, 100 months.
It's a contract.
You have to come on every single episode.
No.
Oh god,
No.
dude. So basically, it's pay to be a host.
Yeah.
No, wait, that would be a good idea if I actually made it
$1 million.
like $1,000. Hey, I would.
Is it though?
I'd do it for
You're gonna
$1,000.
get the
Just-
worst person.
Just max out what the fourth wall, what one of the tiers can be, and see if somebody will buy it. Nobody will ever buy it because it's probably
Yeah, I know. No
really
one bought
expensive,
The
but-
cheetah poster for the official podcast.
Yeah, let's get the cheetah
That's
poster.
fair.
No,
if you buy the
it may
cheetah poster
actually-
and send us proof.
If I had a similar
Yeah.
premise, but with being a woman, I feel like someone would actually do that, which makes me a bit uncomfortable. So I'm good.
I'm tired of these double standards.
Well, wait. Let me just see and make sure.
We gotta wait till. Sorry, no, we can't do anything right now. We gotta wait till next June.
But thanks for listening to that part. And back to okay, I don't know. I'll figure out how to edit that all later. God
And
damn
we're
it.
back.
Yeah. So
Sorry about that. Mariah's internet cut out.
Yeah, my darn
Actually, my
internet.
internet did cut out. My internet's been cutting out this entire time.
Oh, well, yeah. At the beginning, you were kind of quiet, so that's why eventually I was like, "What the heck? We haven't heard from you." And then
No,
we started
it's
out the
just-
Texas place.
It's just I don't know. I just didn't want to talk. I
Aw.
don't.
So I've been thinking about this recently since I've decided to monetize the Mariety show. Is there any dream
Hello.
jobs that you guys would want to do that isn't this, or you think you're there? I mean, I think
Definitely.
everyone still
I'm
has.
definitely not there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think
I think
any of
everyone
us
has
are
it.
there.
Like, what is it, like astronaut? Like, I don't know.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
If anyone else isn't ready.
Oh, yeah, go
I
ahead.
just don't want to dominate.
Mm.
But I still get a free master's degree here, and I feel like, that opens up a lot. Like, realistically, I would love to teach, I guess, like become a professor of something aviation related.
That'd be awesome.
Would be like kind of a realistic goal. But if we're talking about like what I would wanted to do, I originally wanted to be a pilot,
Mm-hmm.
but the lifestyle blows. But that's kind of just like the far off dream. An astronaut would be cool. I was at Kennedy Space Center yesterday, but I feel like that's too extreme, way too extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about teaching as well, but then I'm like, that's one of those things, like, I don't know if I'd want to do college, so that would just leave it up to, like, the public school system, and they just, I don't know if the pay is where I need it to be.
You mean like public school teaching?
Yes. So that's where my issue
It's
would
rough.
be. Although I would want
My
to
grandma
teach, like,
was a
technology.
teacher for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being a kid and being in the schools, and it's a very thankless job.
Yeah,
Incredibly
I could
thankless
imagine.
job.
Yeah, I was literally talking to someone, and that consumes their whole day. And I know some places where I'm at over here, they don't have a planning period. Which when I went to school, I at least in high school, from what I can remember, some of our teachers had off periods or prep periods to grade assignments or whatever. And I mean, this is a different part of the country, but no one here has that. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff they have to deal with. Of course, basically being daycare during the day and trying
It
to
really is.
teach actual material, but also teach kids like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that because of this. And
That's why I feel like college would be kind of perfect for me. I could not handle
yeah,
like public school or like teaching in any kind of
they'd want to
anyone
be there.
below 18. Really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also where I kind of get the idea of like, well, if I teach like a technology class, at least right now, nothing like that is forced. It's still math and social studies and English. So at least
Yeah.
if someone decides to like elect to take the class, it's going to probably be by their choice, and they'll be young and willing to absorb a bunch of information.
Yeah,
And it
definitely.
won't just be another class. It may actually be way better. So that's like my line of thinking. But then I'm like, how many technology type classes are there? And also, I would probably need to get like a computer science degree rather than an IT degree. So I'd have to think about that too. But I definitely need a bachelor's to teach.
You usually need more than, depending,
Yeah.
like, it really just depends. Like,
In my
Unless you're-
area, bachelor's and of course like a teaching, certificate for whatever. I think it's like whatever, like primary, secondary, or whatever school. It's not like a low bar to get in, but I think it's lower here.
I mean, Mariah, you remember how teachers were in this area. It was they had at least some of them had some sort of competence, but you always had that one teacher who at least in our I hope it's in most places at least they just wanted to be a coach.
Oh,
But they also had
God.
to teach the
All
subject.
the social studies teachers.
Yes.
Oh, it was always health for us.
Hell,
For
oh my
some
God.
reason,
Yeah.
for some reason, one of those coaches was my fucking math teacher.
Oh no.
I think I had a math coach teacher. Yeah, I remember him, Mr. Watts. He's pretty cool.
He was a
doctor's
cool
man.
teacher, but this was also the school year that I had 3 different math teachers, and I didn't learn shit at all.
You learned in math in the first place? I didn't.
Yeah, social studies, worst subject, but I think the only reason I got by was like almost all of my teachers were coaches. So I'm like, yes, because I remember one of them, we just sat in, did the work, and then the test was, I don't even know if we had tests. I think our test was like, let's watch this movie. And I'm
Yo,
like,
when did your
okay.
teacher become Charlie?
He's just gonna commentate the whole time. You're gonna be forced to listen to my commentary. That's it. See ya. The bell rings.
Yeah.
But yeah. Those coach teachers were sometimes very good though in my schools. I had a mix. I also had like a biology coach teacher, and she's very
That's
good.
the unique one.
Huh?
It depends what they coach, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. I've had so many different, like, I think I had like a golf, he taught economics,
Oh.
but yeah, he was like the golf coach, and then I had a girls basketball coach as a teacher, and I had a volleyball coach as a teacher, baseball coach as a teacher, basketball coach as it's not, I don't even know if I ever had any football coaches. I think the baseball coach was also a football coach. Oh, and the other baseball coach
Jeez.
was a math teacher. Oh my God. Yeah, we had a lot of coaches now that I'm thinking about it. Our sports were always like the worst though, which is very funny. Like we never won in any sports where I was at.
Yeah, they were a team, all right.
Weird team.
I had another math teacher who was just batshit insane.
Did you guys ever have a teacher that like you could tell was essentially like flirting with students?
Yeah.
I never had any of those at my school.
we had a few male teachers like that.
No, we had
I
a
think we
female
had a
one that was like
sub.
that.
Oh, a female? Oh God, that's weird too. I mean, not like the guy one isn't weird, but
No, they're both equally
more-
really weird.
yeah, we had
Certain,
a
most
substitute
definitely.
that was just like he brought a blanket to school when it was cold sometimes, and we're like, okay, but I
Why?
think he let sometimes the students use it. I'm like, in hindsight, that's kind of
That's
weird.
Weird.
And it was
I
like
mean, that's
girls'
weird, but
students.
that's not
But-
like the worst. Although it's still pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, we didn't have too many crazy teachers. We had the one that like did the meth lab in his garage, but besides
Nice.
that, we haven't.
Yo, that was like Walter White light.
Yeah, that's literally what everyone was comparing him to, and I'm like, who's Walter White? Because I never watched Breaking Bad. I'm like, I don't get it. But
I have
yeah, we
become
didn't have
Breaking
anything
Bad.
too crazy at my school. My school was very tame, no fights, nothing like that. Very, very
Boo.
academically oriented.
That's no fun.
No, sometimes it wasn't. It was very boring. I wanted the high school experience, but I got it in different ways, but it wasn't as I wanted it to be. I think
In
I was
different
I think
ways.
that's good though, because for me being so not good at school and being forced to be around teachers that were fairly good, besides that one coach that just made us watch a movie for a test. It taught me a lot, and I think that helped me a lot like later on in life. But yeah, I just,
well, like
it
school's
still
supposed
sucked
to
for me
be teaching
because-
you social interaction and academics, right? You got to
Yeah.
kind of learn both.
well, there's social interaction too, but it wasn't. I don't know. I think I was like, oh, I want it to be like the school at the movies, you know, like with the lockers that fill up the long, tall ones. But I'm like, oh, we only have the half lockers, and I got the bottom one. And they're like, all that stupid stuff. I don't think it was really easy for me to differentiate film from like reality back in the day. To make a long story short.
Oh, are you a Disney, like a Disney adult? Disney
No, I am not.
kid? Mm.
I just catch on too slow. That's it. Which they may as well, but
Not beating the autism allegations this time.
I know, I've been called autistic like twice. Ever. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys have dream jobs. I mean, anyone else have anything crazy? I mean, think there's always something we all want to do outside of maybe what we're doing now. We're going to get there, but is there anything like that you're already like close to, or you're working towards, or it's just like one of those like, yeah, I want to be a superstar one day? Pacey?
Whatever pays more. That's just my goal right now. No, I'm looking at some other jobs right now. So.
I'm loyal to
You gotta
whoever
start applying
pays me
for-
the most.
Start playing for CEO.
Oh, I'm sure I'm qualified.
Yeah, I think at that point it's like, I don't know, if you haven't I think everyone is always just floating around. Like, people go to school. I don't know how people just straight up go get a master's and they're fine with staying at the same job for an extended period of time. I'm like, that's too much. But
I feel like that's something that was a product of like a past, almost like a past world.
I
Like
know.
when you grew up on like a one job can support a whole family and a car and a house and a kid, and you can go on vacation. I feel like really that's a product from
Yeah.
that time and not really applicable anymore.
and there's a plan.
It takes two
you gotta-
people to have
Yeah.
this apartment I live in right.
Yeah, no, exactly. We've been watching like that 70s show. And of course, you know, it's like a sitcom, but there's obviously truth in it. And it's like there's Kitty working and Red doesn't have a job, but they have this massive house and they're able to feed, how many are in their house? 1, 2.
A lot.
They're able to feed like 5 people under like one nurse's income, even if she like gets overtime. And I'm like thinking, okay, maybe if a nurse in my area has income and gets overtime, she'd maybe be making like 80,000, but I don't even know if, like, that's a lot obviously, but I don't even know if that'll cover food for 5 people and
Yeah.
gas to get everywhere and like the mortgage, and now it's everyone's phones and cable, or if you don't do cable then streaming. It's not just it's not
the
so
Mariety
simple.
show, fourth wall, like, you know,
Yeah,
really
exactly.
the vital things.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I can't believe like that was feasible. And I know like the point is like, oh, we're just getting by, it's hard, whatever, in the show, but like it's like still, yeah, even if one person was making that much and if no one had any debt except the mortgage, it would still be hard to get by. Like making every meal at home and stuff, and that's just crazy to think of. But and yeah, I don't know, that's about it. But yeah, it's two person household income right now. It's probably going to be 3 and 4 at some point, but I guess we'll see.
You could take the boomer approach and be like, God, I hope I'm dead before that happens.
Yeah.
Just take the
Yeah,
take the initiative.
If they die before they get their social
You just told me to kill myself alive on the podcast.
Keep that in. Keep that in.
if people die
that in.
before they get social security, does it like get dispersed back like out to the other people
No.
that haven't gotten
I don't
it?
think it
government-
does.
The
In
government
the
probably
most
keeps it
respectful
and
way
makes-
possible, do I look like I know anything about politics?
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know.
My
It's just-
my guess is that they turn that Social Security into 3 Tomahawk cruise missises.
Oh my god. Yeah, probably.
He's right,
I-
you know.
I think I'd be okay with that.
It's so unfortunate. Have you guys looked
When I
or
die,
cared
put
about?
me in this rocket.
Have you guys like looked or cared about like any sort of investment plans or like pension plans or whatever the heck you would get like for retirement?
I don't really follow any of that. I am way too low IQ and don't understand the world enough to handle those kind of things.
Yeah.
You know what a
So
financial advisor is?
Okay, well you need money
should
for a
probably,
financial advisor.
that's
the
ironic,
problem.
isn't it? Huh? I don't have enough money, so I need to get a financial advisor.
mean,
that costs
Just
money.
be a rich
Huh?
old guy.
I mean,
God,
I,
just get an inheritance already.
you're
God,
right.
life is so easy. Come
I never
on.
thought about that. God, I'm so fucking stupid.
Fucking idiot.
I don't know. I mean, I get the basics. Like, you don't want all your eggs in one basket. You want to probably have different plans. And you also don't want to only invest in one type of thing. But
I have no plan.
it's also like, now I don't understand. Like, I get that. But now I don't understand. Okay, again, I don't want to stay at a job my whole entire life. Unless it's something I figure out, okay, I love it. I'll do it my entire life. But I don't think I want to do that. And now it's like, okay, these retirement plans, like the ones I've had from the one I had before, because I've only had one other job with a retirement plan, it rolled over into another account. It was like $2,000 sitting there. And I was like, why is this sitting here? Like, I'm just gonna have to keep it in like this account until like I'm 60. Like, I don't like how it's sitting here.
Pretty much.
It's like getting like 1 cent interest a month. I just decided to cash it out. I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done it.
Cash out
But
at 2K.
You just took the massive hit.
I think it
Yeah.
might be compounding interest. It all depends on what kind of account you have, because if it's compounding, you're eventually going to make more on top of it.
Yeah.
but it's 1 cent a month. Would I have?
Yeah, 1 cent a
For
month.
now.
But if it's compounding, then you make more over time.
Especially the more
I-
you put in there, the more you get back.
Ugh, it's. I didn't like that.
I know it gets complicated.
Just put it somewhere where I
worked at-
can't see it. They decided to put it in like an institution that I already had, so I opened up that and I'm like, oh my god, why?
You know
I
what you
didn't
need
even
to
know
do,
they could
Mariah?
just do that for me. Like, why are you messing with my stuff, bro?
92 cents in a bank account. Go 2,000 years or 1,000 years in the
1,000
future,
I'll
and get $2 billion. Just
be
like
ready
for
for
Oh, like from
retirement.
Futurama.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
Oh,
what?
yeah,
Maybe
I'll
I'll
do
be
that.
ready to buy a house at that point. Those should be about like $1.5
Oh, yeah,
billion
dude.
dollars.
Or hopefully they have a backwards time machine. Hopefully it's not only a forwards time machine.
True.
I'll
May-
stay in
may-
the future,
or-
it's fine.
Or alternatively, it loops around.
What?
Just like Futurama.
Just saying.
Just like
Oh.
Futurama.
No way.
Everything is Futurama.
The Simpsons predicted it. Futurama made it happen.
I
Um,
really wish I could argue with that, but I got nothing, bro. I've got nothing.
Peyton, do you have any dream jobs?
Um,
I forgot if I
one
asked
second.
Casey that.
I,
Wait, that's where we started
you-
talking. Sorry, my bad. You
let
said
Pacey go.
No,
No,
he
no,
said
I-
it already. I,
I just said-
remember. Sorry,
Oh,
we got
never
on a
mind.
tangent. You remember he said
Okay.
whatever makes most money.
Yeah.
Unload whoever pays the most.
I have no morals, so whatever pays the most.
Yeah, I was
Um,
like that for a while, and then I was like, I kind of wanted
That
to
sounds-
find something I like because those jobs I had sucked.
You have to
so,
balance it.
Yeah.
It sounds really sketchy whenever you just say it like that.
Yeah.
But my dream job, if you will, it is a gunsmith.
Yeah,
Like,
hell
that's
yeah.
just creating the gun. Like,
It's actually pretty,
No,
easy.
it's not creating the guns per se. It's
It's really intense.
it is part of the process, but it's also it's changing the guns. You know, getting different stuff on the gun itself. Let's say
Modifying it.
getting modifying it. That's the word.
That's I work with people that do that, and I've done it myself. It's not too it's a pretty nice gig.
Well,
Yeah, the
wouldn't
only
you have to
issue-
get it- Oh, here. What's your issue? What's the issue? Sorry.
Well, the biggest issue is just the politics around it.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I was
that's-
about to
Yeah.
say like not everything
it's
is
not stable.
legal, right? Like you have to like
No,
make
no,
sure
well,
things are like legal that you're putting
Yeah, you got to
on
make
it
sure you
and,
have proper tax stamps, just proper everything,
like, its
because
serial
you can
numbers for
turn a
everything.
firearm into a felony real quick.
Yep,
Oh.
and that's yeah, we work with like the ATF.
Oh, dude, did you ever
so-
hear of that lady who like posted a video? She was campaigning
Yeah.
for something.
Yeah,
And
she
she-
sawed off the barrel and made it SBR.
Yep, she made a short-barreled rifle live and like
Yes,
committed a
on
felony and
Facebook
uploaded it
Live.
to Facebook. Yeah.
Wait, why is that like assault? An
If you
assault
have- if you-
rifle that
No, it's because of stupid rules that are mandated by the ATF. If you have a long rifle or a rifle that has a barrel shorter than, I want to say, 16 inches,
Mhm.
it's considered an SBR because, I don't know, because the
What's an
ATF said so.
government.
SBR? Short barrel rifle.
Short-barreled rifle. Yeah.
Mhm.
And what's the difference? Like why?
They say it's more concealable,
It's
But-
it's mostly.
but she
just
also
a
cut through the
lot.
gas block, so
Oh,
she couldn't fire it properly.
Well,
She
you're
not only cut through the
you're
barrel,
not
she cut
allowed
through
to
the gas
be
wall.
carrying around a pistol if you don't have the proper stuff. So what's the difference between? You know, I always hear the ATF sucks, so that's probably why. But I
No,
was
they're
gonna say-
actually really cool. I need to say that for my job. So,
Oh,
for
I've,
legal
well, I've
reasons,
only
that's a
heard
joke.
that, so I don't really know. But
No,
it just doesn't make
um,
sense. Like you can't carry around like a pistol that's not registered to you or whatever. I'm pretty sure. So like, if you're carrying around this other thing, like I feel like I don't know.
There's no national firearms registry, so you can carry around a pistol. It just has to be. It has to have all the legal components, and you have to have permits to carry it.
yeah,
Okay.
it varies.
It's a headache
state by
just
state.
talking about it. Like,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure
This
there's
is-
like
this
way
is the
more
problem
stuff.
with it.
This
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
take
there-
up a whole episode, I'm sure.
it could
probably
take up a
could.
whole episode.
It
It
would.
could take up like 3 episodes. That's how much. That's how
Next-
stupid it is.
Next week we'll be back here for the gun episode. Yeah, if you guys are interested, tell me about it, but it may be a little bit later.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it would have to be like 3 episodes because there's so
Yeah.
much that goes into it.
well, so the cool thing about this like gunsmithing or gunsmith job, like you could just become an expert though, so then you don't have to worry about what's legal and what's not. I mean, then you can just you'll know.
No,
and
but
then-
you still have all the paperwork that
Paperwork
has to be
Well-
filed and everything.
that's what you're gonna have to deal with though. I mean, with any job, paperwork on something.
Then there's a
or-
lot of paperwork.
It's a
that
lot of
you have to
paperwork, and it
wait.
takes a long time to get it
Yeah.
done. Like you're waiting 3 stamps or 3 months minimum for a tax stamp
Mhm.
to even think about purchasing if you're a private
Well,
owner.
that's why you get someone to do it for you, and then once the first couple kick in, then you can start smithing, and then you'll have to go from there. It just sounds that kind of just sounds like a. I mean, I understand how difficult
It's a
that
headache.
specifically
It's-
is,
it-
but just like it
it-
sounds
it-
like starting your own business too, which also isn't just starting and selling stuff. You have to do a lot of
I mean,
paperwork with that too.
It's like every other thing. Like you start as a or under a private contractor, and then or not as a contractor, if you will, but you start under somebody. You
Oh, what's it called? Like a
Can't think.
mentorship kind of thing.
yeah
An
you do get that
independent
kind of thing.
contractor?
Not really.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess
An
internship's a good word for it.
apprentice?
Yeah,
Apprentice, that's the
apprenticeship.
word. Yeah, you kind of start. You do that kind of thing, and then eventually then you're kind of a subcontractor under them,
Mhm.
and then you eventually work your way up to becoming private on your own.
Mhm.
But it's like everything. That's like end goal far down the line.
Yeah.
Well, and then
With
also
long
you'll need all
loops.
the equipment too.
Yeah, that's why it's far down the line because you need the capital to start it up for the LLC, for
Oh, so you
all
want
the
your
licensing.
own like?
Well, I mean, just like everything else. Like end goal is having your own thing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah, like me and the Mariety show. No, that would actually be pretty cool though to be sorry. It would be pretty cool to kind of have my own sort of business, I guess you could say, but yeah, I mean everything like that always comes with its own thing. Like yours is just the wait times and of course the money to start up with. Mine of course, you know, I kind of had all of my stuff readily available to me, but now it's more excuse me, I'm sorry. I mean, everything is funded by customers, of course, but if someone just wants to stop donating 1 month and say I relied on that, then I have to, you know, hopefully be good if like 1 or a billion people stop donating. And, you know, it's just, you have to worry about the business fluctuation too, I guess. And if people just simply don't find you interesting anymore or don't need your services anymore, then you don't know when that's going to end. It's just how it goes. So yeah.
I mean, I think I also said it like I said, politics with it too. 2A is a big thing in general, and it's really volatile, and you don't know within the election cycle whether you're gonna have everything or if you're gonna just tank, because you know eventually they might fucking do something with the Second Amendment and I'd be just fucked.
Maybe
and
you
that's a
could be
fucking scary thought about it.
Maybe you could be a Nerf gunsmith.
Like an Imagineer, but for Nerf.
Yeah, there's no way of like future-proofing anything right now. It's really annoying because you don't know if there's gonna be, like you said, a new president or new politics that are gonna change everything, or a new law that's passed, or you don't know what's gonna become the new bad thing. You know,
everything is bad.
Exactly. What word is gonna transform into a slur in like 10 years? I don't know. Hopefully it's not my name. You know, hopefully it's not Mariety or anything. That would suck.
Can't say that. Oh my god.
Sorry. Mariety.
Holy names.
Wait, what did you say? Wait.
Huh?
Are you talking to someone else or me? Am I just confused?
No. He just offended the Hollow Schwinnenians.
Yeah, the flip-flops.
Is this freaking
whoa.
I feel like you're speaking another language right now.
I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable. But I think just being in your own, like having your own business, you're just gonna have to expect the worst, I guess, and hopefully live off of crumbs, and then maybe you'll be good. And if something happens and you have dead time, live off of crumb. Wait, what?
Said Crom's here?
Yeah, living off of Crom.
You can barely afford a game.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to send 15
You can barely afford a game. That's good.
We love you, Crom.
He's gonna love listening to that.
No, let's see if he really listens. Maybe we'll see if he's actually
that's his
listener.
test.
Yeah, that's the test.
Crom, if you've heard this, you have to comment something about it.
You have to subscribe to the fourth wall.
Besides that, are there any how do you guys like your schedules? Good schedules? Is it terrible? You hate it?
So much better than my previous schedule.
What did you were in a different part of the gun warehouse or whatever?
When I first started out, I was like on the swing shift. And oh my god, that was awful.
Can you clarify what a swing shift means?
Yeah.
Is it just like when it alternates, or like?
So like, let's just say it was like 2 p.m. to like 12 a.m.
Yeah.
What the?
Awful.
Yeah.
I would have to.
Terrible.
And my eating habits were so much worse.
Yeah.
Oh man,
was it just so fast food?
It's like get off work. Oh, I'm hungry, and Jack in the Box is open.
Oh
and it's like,
no. I'm glad we
No,
don't have
Jack
Jack
in
in
the
the
Box?
Box over
Ooh.
here.
We don't have
That's-
one. We
So-
don't have one here at all.
that's why I'm started going to the gym to get all that Jack in the Box off.
Aw.
Oh,
So actually, I know I'm throwing it off already, but over the past year, everybody at my job says I've just completely dropped in weight. And
Oh
I-
yeah.
is that a good
I
thing?
definitely have.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight, like, from changing his job. It was
Oh,
like
yeah, dude.
crazy because the last time I saw him, like, it was a very noticeable difference.
Yeah.
And he probably got so annoyed, but I was like, "Oh my gosh, you look so good." I'm sorry, but it's huge. It does again, yeah, just being in a job that makes you active, it makes a huge difference because even if it's just a little bit, you're like more ready for it too. You're like, "This is my job. I'm getting paid. So, I'm going to do it."
It's that motivation, right? You're
Yeah.
actually motivated to kind of do it
Yeah, I don't get paid
because
to
it's
go
like,
to
oh,
the
I have
gym.
to live.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
And then even now, like, even there was like motivation when I had a gym membership, but even now, like where we live and it has a gym, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great time to get back into the gym. I have not been there one time. We've been here for like 3 months.
That's a shame because
It can be hard to get there, man. Like just physically getting there sometimes if it's not something close or easy.
Yeah, oh no, exactly. Yeah, there's a gym at my work too. I just don't like using it because
I'd say there's one on our campus that's free for us, so that's really helpful.
some people use ours as a walkway so they don't have to go in the hallway and see like public people, like customers. So some people use the gym like to walk through there, and I'm just like, I would rather just like not
See
like,
anyone?
yeah, not while I'm working out. Like at least if I'm there
Yeah,
with
I
other people,
understand.
you also kind of get motivated. Like when I had the Planet Fitness thing, it also showed you how to do everything on the machine, so that was pretty cool. I
Oh,
like
that's really
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, like, it's like I have to figure out a new
have to
routine
Google it.
and what I want to do. Yeah. I've tried to do these things at home, like just like simple ab and arm workouts, just because I'm like, those are the places I want to remove more fat or like tone it down or whatever. And I have not been consistent with that. The past couple months have been crazy. So the past fucking year has been crazy, let's be honest. But
When has it not been crazy?
I know this year has been absolutely insane. Like I haven't been able to breathe at all this year. It's crazy. But I don't know what we were talking about. It's been a long year.
You're asking about our schedules and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
they are.
Yeah, what are your schedules?
For me, massive improvement.
Oh yeah, you were probably on a shitty shift, but you also probably had like working there. It's probably cool. Like you could have picked up like a nice little sandwich that was prepared or something.
Yeah, I mean, I was surrounded by food, so it wasn't that hard to really like get anything to eat.
Yeah.
But I worked either 2, 4, or 5 a.m.
Oh.
or
yeah.
sometimes overnight, depending on what it was I was doing.
Yeah.
And
that's
that's just brutal. It
Yeah.
really wears on someone
Yeah.
to work that. Now go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have a normal schedule, I guess, but I even stayed up until like 12 and 1 o'clock recently, and I was exhausted. And I was one of those days I didn't do anything really. I was just sitting on the computer, but oh my gosh, I was so tired. I was like, oh god, like how does anyone?
I don't know how. I don't know how I used to do it. Right now for the summer, we work 10-hour days, but 4 days a week until the semester starts again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really nice to have that third day off, but it really doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
But it is a massive improvement from what I was doing.
That's
so I'm
funny
eternally
because-
grateful to not have to get up at 1 or 3 or 4 a.m. anymore.
Yeah. That's funny. I literally just like next week I'm going back to like a normal schedule now because I've been on that 410 since I don't know, like December or November of last year. But since I'm schooling and stuff, with being there, like ours is actually 11 hours a day because they said they want us to have a 1 hour lunch. So we were there 11 hours a day. Which I want a 1 hour lunch if I'm gonna be working 10 of those hours anyway.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
but yeah, you kind of drive to work and then go to work and do everything, and then when you get back home, it's like eat, sleep, eat, shower, sleep, or
No,
no,
no, definitely for that those days, definitely those 4 days, you really are just like holding on for the next day.
Yeah.
Or you get up, you go to work, you come back, you make dinner, you do something,
Yeah.
go to sleep, and then you get that third day off, and it's nice. But it's not the best. I would honestly, I've been kind of looking forward to it going back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I was I'm like, okay, I can't be doing this because I've been holding off studying for something, and it's also a little stressful anyway, but yeah, those 4 days, I can't fit in any studying. I can fit in like a little, but it's like, okay, we're gonna have to like go out to eat or like grab something or something,
You
and
have
I'm
to
like, I
choose,
can't
right?
afford, it's like I can't afford to keep doing that, so I have to like make food or have it prepped, and then like I know I technically have the weekend to have it prepped, but you don't want to have
You
like
have to
a
get so much done
frozen.
during that weekend.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. It's a balancing act, and it's just so I mean, I don't know. I think also because again, I've just been picking up on the podcast stuff and trying to be consistent, and people pay, so I want to make sure they have what they want. So now I have actual hobbies rather than before, and I also have school to do. So yeah, you are fitting everything like into the weekend. I used to fit all of my errands on Friday, so I had Saturday and Sunday to be the weekend. But now I'm gonna have to learn how to manage that like throughout the week. Again,
I feel like it's easier to spread out over the week than it is to do everything at once.
yeah.
I miss having like to develop a route. It's hard to keep a routine when you work the 410s, at least for me, because it shifts so suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that it's the same every week. You expect the 4 days on and 3 days off, but as I'm getting kind of settled into something, it changes, and I just have off, and then my sleep changes and blah blah blah. Where I want a consistent schedule.
Yeah, and you can't go to sleep like past freaking like 10 o'clock. Like you can't stay up late on those nights at all.
No, not at all. I mean, you can if you want to sacrifice, like, when you have the little time you have after you get off, either you have to sacrifice one thing for another sometimes, and really one day is like, one day you might choose to do one thing instead of the other, and then the next day you need to do that thing.
Yeah.
Instead of just, having enough time to get it all done in a reasonable amount. You have to like, if I want to go to the gym and cook dinner and all this, I have to sacrifice getting enough sleep or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just not.
I think it's also
It's
that
not
classic
ideal.
triangle. Like, what is it? It's like that triangle, like where like you mainly focus on two of these at once. It's like finances.
Are you talking about Maslow's
work.
hierarchy of needs?
Maybe. Maybe I'm not.
I don't know.
Hierarchy of needs. Let's see what this is.
We might not be thinking of the same thing.
No, I don't think this is it. I think it's like kind of a meme thing where it's like you there's usually two of these at a time that you can balance, like, and the other one that's lacking, it's like relationships with friends and family, finances, and like
it's a min-max kind of thing, like with the triangle.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like you can only like do two things 100%, really.
Yeah. I'm just like, why? Yeah, but and then it's like I realized the times it was the easiest is when I didn't have like any hobbies. So I was like, okay, nice, like I can do all this stuff, but now it's like now I have hobbies, and now I also have school too. I mean that's like another but yeah, it's that 410s does make it more hard, and it is really just easier to spread it out throughout the week. Everything like that, just cooking and stuff too, especially because like I've been trying to aggressively pay down debt for like a year, I
Ever.
guess.
Yeah.
And that means don't go out to eat all the time. So
I'm so lazy though. I can't help it, dude.
I know
I
what's
just can't help
been
it.
helping me recently, like I've literally like Wendy's breakfast is usually very good to me, but I ate it didn't taste bad. I just ate one of their potato wedges and I just almost felt sick. I'm like, I feel gross. Like this
So
doesn't
you're
feel
eating
good.
Wendy.
No, Wendy's is good, but I just felt gross that one time, and yeah, so I think that's also helped me recently because I'm like, I've been craving stuff, I guess that's a little better, or that just isn't like straight up fried or whatever.
Your body wants actual nutrients, man. Who would have thought?
I know,
It's,
right?
it's rejecting the slop.
It's had enough slop for the day. It needs a relax.
True.
Go have something green.
I'm kind of feeling that right now. We were
I
talking
feel
about the
hungry
gym.
right now.
No.
No, me, I am.
Feeling like, oh, you are? No, you aren't. It's an optical illusion. It's Puget's water conservation, whatever.
Are you eating something?
Corn.
Oh, corn.
You think corn?
Hmm?
Are you eating like a corn on the cob, like right now?
Yes.
Why?
That's awesome.
Yeah, this man is teeth like gums deep in corn on the podcast. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Bro.
I was eating oatmeal
Let's
earlier,
look for
so
corn.
Oh my gosh. I also just realized my microphone has been very low the whole time.
oh, I've
So-
heard you pretty well. So
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you've been
yeah.
really clear.
Well, I was looking at like the audio track and I'm like, y'all's looks like louder than
Maybe
mine.
ours is just high.
No, I changed something and it affected like everything, so it lowered the volume on everything. So it actually did change, but I hope it has. If you guys have been able to hear me fine, I'm sure it came through well. I may have to make
Yeah,
some adjustments.
you've been loud and clear.
Thank God. Okay, but
Eating
sorry.
corn.
Corn. What were you
Just
talking about? Sorry, I interrupted you because I knew you sounded different, like you were.
I couldn't tell. I wouldn't have known unless you said something.
I've just been we started talking about the gym and since I've lost all the weight, it's been good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't know.
Are you plateauing with your weight loss?
So now I need to go. Now I need to go to the gym to tone.
I see.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now. And so I was looking on online, and I think I'm gonna buy a gym membership when I get paid.
Yeah, do
It's
it.
always a good investment.
Yeah,
first
Planet
2 weeks are the hardest.
Always
I
is.
just want something that has like amenities too. So I'm not paying for bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, Planet Fitness, people sometimes hate it, but I mean, as long as you don't do the whole grunting thing or whatever.
It seems to be really hit or miss depending where you are.
Oh, really?
It is.
That's from not my own experience, but from the people around me who've talked about it.
Well, I would say
So,
try your
like-
local Planet Fitness first, and if
Yeah,
you hate
try
it,
that
then
first.
stop.
I
Or
do
if you
want.
like it, upgrade.
I want somewhere. I want to try like 24-hour fitness, so I can go whenever.
I think
you know?
usually Planet Fitnesses are.
Usually,
Not all of them.
but they've changed.
Yeah, the
like,
ones like
the last few
in my
years.
area are open late, so and they aren't 24 hours. But a lot of other places I've seen they are. But yeah, I guess it depends on where you're at. But
I don't know what it is, but there's something about working out at night that I don't get.
It's kind of nice. That's how I started.
I can
out.
imagine it's kind of like peaceful and stuff, but like I don't know. There's the days that I exercise, I feel like I sleep the best. I need to kind of do it before I get into the headspace that I'm gonna fall asleep.
I think
Yeah,
the
the-
biggest thing is the biggest thing about it. You're getting a nice workout, so then after, whenever you're taking a shower, your muscles are just completely relaxed.
Yeah. Oh,
And whenever you fall asleep, you just kind of you're able to just lay there and just pass out.
out.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys have had a morning workout, but it sets you up for the day.
It is very nice.
Yeah, I prefer that.
I'm not a good sleeper. Like I am not a morning person. When I wake up, I'm just not. I've tried it.
Yeah, I
and
think that's when
it hasn't worked for me.
I think that's when I stopped going to the gym, when we actually started the 410s, because I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna fit in the gym, and then
But
I
it's the
went a
thought is
couple
always like the
times.
morning.
Say that again.
The thought is always like, oh, the morning is the best time. Like that's where the most time exists right now.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Oh
just-
yeah, because you have to sleep early for the next day to wake up early on the 410.
Yep.
But yeah,
I wouldn't be able to do it. I already wake up at like 5:30 just to get to work on time.
well, I mean, I think I just
Yeah.
mean like, 5:30 a.m.
Mhm.
When do I wake up?
Don't
Oh
even
yeah,
know.
I wake up around the same time.
I think
guess.
after we finish recording this, I might even I'm gonna get a bit of motivation, clean up my room, and then maybe even scout out
Do it.
some
Yeah.
gyms. Maybe
See?
maybe good.
I
The
think
show
we should all,
positively benefits everyone.
we should make a how we work resolution to
How we
go
work
to
out.
the gym as much as
How we work
Pacey.
out.
How we work out. Like, yeah, we'll do another one the next time you guys are on. I'll Photoshop a little like dumbbell on the lava lamp. I'll have to send you guys the new How We Work logo, because I've just put a little collar on it, so I think the dumbbell would be funny as hell.
Yeah, it would.
We
But-
work out. That's fun.
But yeah, trying to just balancing life. It's sometimes it seems too easy though. Other times it's just
When-
like I have no idea what's going on. And I think that's where I guess some people struggle when you're like, you know, when you see people and you're like, I don't know how they're adults. I don't know like why they act so crazy or whatever. I'm good at showing that I'm fine, but everything is kind of crazy sometimes. But I'm good at least presenting myself as if everything's fine. But that's like one of those times when it's like, I guess they have a lot of stuff going on and they don't know how to manage, but some people really show it.
I think it's on a level excusable, you know, because everybody is going through something at some point. It comes in waves, right? You never know what somebody's going through when they do something, but it's a two-way street as well. The person who might be acting out because of it might be acting out on someone who also is going through some shit. You know, it's never one directional.
Yeah, it's just so crazy. Just I don't know. It sounds again like I'm like a slow learner, and it's not like slow learning sometimes as much as it is just trying to put myself in other people's shoes. Like, you know, like sometimes it's like, I don't know how to say this in like a good simple way, but it's like, okay, obviously being a murderer is bad. But I've never put myself in their shoes. Like, I don't know how to put myself in their shoes because I haven't like experienced it. So it's like, seems not genuine.
Depends on the murder, I feel like.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That was a bad example. I don't think I know. Like, okay, like someone stealing bread out of the trash can because they can't afford food for their family. Like, I'm like, okay, I see why they're doing
monster.
it, but I yeah, what if that bread could have gone to the rats, you bitch. But I don't know. It's hard to put myself like in the shoes of people. Like, I'm like, oh, just get another job, you know, or something. And then they could probably already have another job, but that's not the point. I think it's like, I still go along with it though. I'm like, okay, they're providing for their family, and I know that like, you know, that's just what they need to do because I guess they don't have any other way. But also in my brain, I'm still like, I don't understand though. Like, I don't understand why they have to do that. But I mean, I guess if it's fine. Like, it's so, I don't know if there's like a phrase for it, but like, I'm not mad at them, but I just don't get it.
It's almost like judgmental.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is, yeah, because it's just.
I'm
like,
not saying that as like a rude way, like it's
No,
not
I
negative
mean-
on you, but it's just what it is.
No, yeah, I mean, it is because, I mean, I really don't know what it's like, and it just seems easier from my perspective or whatever. But I mean,
everyone's gonna judge or whatever. That didn't hurt my feelings or anything. I don't care. But
It's a
I
lot
swear I don't
easier to
care.
be angry than it to be sad.
A lot easier to be angry than sad.
It's a lot easier to be angry at people, to be angry at the people around you, than to accept like a sad situation. I guess. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's kind of like, it's not funny, but like it's kind of one of those things. Like when I used to work with customers, I wasn't angry at them, but you know, I couldn't feel sad for every single person walking through the door because that's not how you get business done. You know, like you can't give everyone a discount, or you can't do this and that for every single person. Like you're not going to get anything done if you keep doing that. So it's like you have to detach emotion from it. But yeah,
It's almost like compartmentalizing.
mm-hmm.
You put it aside for a second and you'd be like, this is the job where I'm here for a reason. You gotta make money, or we're here to provide a service or something, and at some level you have to separate the human element and your emotions from what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not easy for some people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some people can just walk through their day and take criticism and like deal with angry people and get yelled at without a problem, and some people just can't handle it for whatever reason, and that's totally fine.
They take it too personally or whatever. Yeah, it's still a learned thing. And I mean, the easiest advice I think for that is just simply just be there to get your job done and don't let anyone bother you. But it's not that simple.
Such a simple thing. Such a simple thing, but no, I don't even think it's that hard. I just feel like people don't, at least with me, I've always like, even now into this job, it's like I go in, I do my job, and I leave. I don't really care what people think of me or want to believe, or if somebody is like petty at work, I don't go through this whole thing in my head of like holding things against them and all this other stuff. It's like, okay, whatever. I just go in, I do my job well. I'm not going to get fired. I go home. It's just, it doesn't have to be harder than that. It can be if you wanted to, but it doesn't have to be.
Yes, it definitely can be. Some people make it so difficult at work.
Well, some people just don't have anything better to do.
I'm more referencing my like past jobs, because this working with employees has been very great. But yeah, working with customers, there's just times like that emotion gets to me, just because like even if I do nothing wrong, someone's yelled at me or something. And that's when it's like, when it's up in my face, like in person, I'm like, okay, I don't like that. So that's like the only times that I've actually been emotional. Like if someone's like actually just mean or nasty, like it was very far and few between. Or like this one time, this guy was like something about his wife dying, and he's an old guy. He looked like he had a stroke. Like his eye kind of looked, you know, like crooked, or like, you know how when you have a stroke you kind of, your face
droops.
Yeah. And I was like, I helped him out and everything, and then I went to the back and I just cried. I'm like, I'm fine.
I feel like that's entirely reasonable.
Yeah,
like that, I feel like it's entirely reasonable.
Yeah, it's just sometimes like just the job itself though. Yeah, some people say stuff to customers maybe that they shouldn't say it, like just because they're getting annoyed at them, and I'm like, that's not professional, but I'm not the boss. Why would you say that though?
Some people just don't care, but I feel like people need to stand up for themselves a little more, I would say, in the in a customer facing world. I got fired from a job I had when I was early in college. I worked at Bed Bath & Beyond, actually.
All right, Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, like what was that? Click.
Click. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they just bent over. Like the whole company would just bend over, and the managers would allow them to just verbally abuse us if it made the customers happy. All they cared about was like customer happy. And I got fired because I was training a minor. She was like 17 on the register. Like her first job ever, and this lady came up and like screamed at her about a coupon not working or not being taken, and I basically told her to get the fuck out of my store, and I got yelled at, and I got fired for saying that, because the lady was in a sling. Her arm was in a sling, so I shouldn't have. Well, that's exactly what I thought. But it's like a lot of there are companies out there that would bend over. Obviously now Bed Bath and Beyond is bankrupt, so something
Yeah,
wasn't
eat
working
shit.
there. But still, like, it's really, people don't consider that the person that they're talking to is kind of just, you have to understand, like, they're not the person that you have the beef with. They're just the messenger, like 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, by the way, my arm's in a sling, so if you could please stop calling me autistic, that would be great.
That's fair.
Thank God. Finally.
It's genetic.
Well, does anyone else have Pacey? I feel like we were talking about customers a lot, and you drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drive.
You used to work at a lawn place too. We didn't even hear much about. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't know.
got entranced in listening.
Good. That's what it's all about. That means the episode's gonna be fire then.
Yeah, no, I did a lot of different things. Lawn care. I did work for Amazon and an Amazon driver before. Did the warehouse.
Were you in the warehouse in Amazon?
Warehouse
too?
and driver. Yeah, it was awful.
Word.
Amazon slave. Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, there's some bad customers when I drove for Amazon too.
Oh, I can
I assume
imagine.
they expected certain.
Well, they
things
expected me to
and-
like stop and talk to them. Some of them, I'm like, dude, I'm like,
Really?
I'm on a time limit here.
Oh my God, Amazon's probably like 10 seconds per package.
You have to run. Like, I'm sure you guys have ordered from Amazon and you've seen your drivers just.
I try
run.
not to.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
door, like they just knocked at it, and you're like,
They
"What the
knock
fuck is
at
the
it and
car?"
they're already in their van because they have to, or else.
They have ridiculous quotas.
Yeah.
If I'm able to see like an Amazon driver, I sometimes walk out, grab the package.
Yeah.
Mainly because I want my stuff faster, but
Yeah. But yeah, no, lots of older folks, I guess I should say, were like, "Oh, let me talk to you, young sir." I'm like, "Please stop."
You're like, you're gonna get
Yeah.
me fired.
I
Jeff
don't know how to
Bezos is
tell
gonna
them
come
no.
kill me.
Yeah, the penis head looking guy.
Is that even CEO? Is he?
What the
Not
fuck?
anymore.
Looking guy.
Yeah, if you look at the back of his head, it looks like a dick.
Oh,
pretty
I'm gonna
cool.
have to look it up later though.
Just flash it on the screen.
Bald, bald, bald.
Yeah, it was pretty bad there, and warehouse work was probably worse.
Oh, that's with the no pee breaks.
Can concur. Absolutely can concur.
Or like
Yeah.
2-minute pee breaks or something.
You don't even get pee breaks.
Oh my God.
They gotta pee in a bottle.
That's so evil.
The drivers definitely do. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh.
It's not humane. Like for like OSHA standards, it's not there.
For legal reasons.
That is not a joke. That's real.
Yeah. Oh no.
Anyone
I have
else?
too many
Oh, yeah.
customer stories actually. Yeah, like I just had a few bad ones and then that's it. Nothing like that stands out.
A few bad ones.
A few bad ones. I think pretty standard. People being like
Yeah.
pissy or whatever for some reason. It's like, all right, whatever, dude.
Usually unrelated to you at all.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Well,
I feel like most of the time that's how it is.
there was a good moment at Staples. I didn't do it. It was one of my coworkers, and they had one of those little like lollipop things at the front, and he just gave. This was the sweetest little girl. She gave me a hug and stuff, and I was like, oh no, I don't. You know, I think her aunt understood. Like, I'm like, oh, thanks. But, like, my hands, like, I kind of raise them because I'm like, okay, why is this girl
I'm
walking
not
up to
touching
me?
this child.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not liable for anything. But she came and hugged me and stuff. And I think she said something like, yeah, I think you kind of look like her mom or something like that. But she's such the sweetest little girl. And then the guy who was training me or whatever at the time was checking him out. And
He just gave her a free lollipop, and I was like, that's so nice. But I was too afraid to like just do anything like that. But there weren't a lot of like nice little kids that came in anyway. But
Little kids are the worst, if you ask me. Just my personal experience.
I
can't
haven't
argue.
had like crazy. Well, there every once in a while there's some crazy little kids that come around like our jobs and the lobbies and stuff like that. But I don't think I've had any crazy terrible experiences with them. But
I just
think
don't
so either.
particularly like them.
wow, so mean.
Yeah, how dare I? Do I have no soul, etc., etc.
Zero soul. Dead inside.
Facts.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to remember that I'm actually participating, and this isn't a podcast episode.
yeah,
So you just used to
you got a whole
listening?
fucking meal of corn in the middle of it.
No, that was because mom made food.
Bruh. Anyway,
Yeah, I
what?
did get it. I was pretending. I felt like I was at work for a second listening, so I was like, "Oh wait, I'm here."
what's wrong with you guys? No, just kidding.
I mean, this is like a conversation among friends, really.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's supposed to
Usually.
be. Just chill out, talk about your life. Anything else you guys need to get off your chest? I mean, this is how we work. Not necessarily work, but you know, just our lives.
I don't
hate talking
know.
like that.
It's so weird. Like when you're it's different when you're less miserable at work every day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. No, that was my last
If
big
I
job change. I
just
feel it.
came off a miserable workday, I probably would have been like way more like
Oh yeah.
ranting.
Yeah, maybe I need to catch people like after a Monday night or Monday at work or
Yeah,
something.
Monday
Be like, I'm so fucking pissed. Yeah.
Oh dude, if you would have caught me after Christmas is always the worst for me. I don't know, like Christmas and ironically enough the Super Bowl always the worst time when I worked at Publix.
Well, no, that makes sense. Oh man, people trying to get all their turkeys and stuff and hams. That makes a lot of sense. And then they're all their wings.
The deli handles all that garbage. It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like there's something about the holidays that pisses everyone off.
I know, it should be the
stressful. It's
happiest
like-
time ever. Although I'm so freaking I am so ready for it to be the holidays. I used to kind of hate the
Hate the hol-
holidays, but
I still hate the
love them now.
holidays. I'm like the Grinch when it comes to holidays.
No.
I like
love 'em.
Halloween. That's it.
I just feel,
Halloween goes hard.
I
good
feel
with
more
it.
cozy during the end of the year now. I used to have like the whole seasonal depression or whatever it is, but I think I'm starting to just like, I don't know what changed, but I've just started to like it a lot more.
Good though. Be jolly.
Yes, good vibes, good vibes.
I don't know. It's like when you improve your situation, you don't realize how much you're just like your job, if you hate it or if there's something the matter with it, really affects the rest of your life,
Oh yeah.
just in general.
Yeah.
Like I get like when you're miserable at your job, you're miserable elsewhere. That's a common thing. But like just how much a small difference can make in just your job situation can make in every single thing else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when I had my bad job, I went to working from home at the time, and it was literally my work was at home, and it was one of the worst jobs I had. It was
Well, you don't get to
rewarding for,
escape
like-
it, right?
Oh yeah, you couldn't. You were just at work and at home, and
Like when work and home is the same thing in the same place. Like when can you separate work you from you?
yeah,
I can't be myself at work.
we were
Not
we
in
were
like not in a harmful way, but like how I would act normally out with my friends or like on here would
Mhm.
not be the same as I would act to the people I work with.
Oh yeah, and it's like where we were at too. Like it was a very small apartment, and you know it's the COVID thing. You work in the living room, and it was just if someone wanted to use the TV or something, it's like sorry. You know, if someone wanted to do something else while you're at work, it's like I'm still at work. Sorry, this is like, can you stop or whatever?
Yeah.
I need to call someone. So it's like it was very inconvenient and very, it was actually affecting like at home, like even if it was something simple, but I just felt so bad. Like it's like, man, someone else can't, and by someone else I just mean Nico, but you know, like he can't relax in his own home just because I work here. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like just shitty. And I mean, we had TVs elsewhere and stuff, but you know, you don't always want to be confined to the same room just because someone's working in the other room.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. I'm okay with that. I grew up. My mom worked from home growing up, so
What?
I wasn't really confined to one room.
You
But
must be like 12.
I guess
I'm just kidding.
no.
I know it's not a new thing, but I just think it's silly.
I feel like I wouldn't mind working from home. Like we have the flexibility to, like, if we're sick, they don't want us to come in, like maybe COVID's going around or something.
Mm-hmm.
They'll let us work from home and stuff like that, and it's nice. But I can see how it, like, I've noticed a lot in the new job, and I love the people that I work with, but I feel like that I don't want to say that they're spoiled. I don't feel like that's the right way to put it. I don't think that's fair, but I feel like having a rough job for a long time can really put things into perspective for you. Like, I'll hear people at work complain about, like, the simplest little thing, or like just the most basic of job tasks frustrate them, and it's like, dude, like, it's almost like, do you not know? You don't understand what it is like for some people out there.
Oh yeah.
Like, I lived this kind of life where I slept 6 hours a day and was up at 2 a.m. and everything. So, and like being miserable at my job and having to work in negative 10-degree weather, like temperature, it really puts into perspective, like, oh my God, I have all these emails to go through. It was a really stupid thing to be upset about.
Mm-hmm.
But just
oh
like,
man,
I feel like
love checking my emails.
I know.
I actually like
It's
clearing out my inbox. It's so satisfying. Like that's it's like one of the most simple things at every job, like clearing out my email specifically, that is the satisfying task I have, just because it's like I see other people's inbox and I'm like, I don't know how you freaking live your life.
Brother,
I don't get it either. Like my work email, clean compared to my personal.
Oh my God, I have like 10,000 unread personal emails, but my work email.
mine's way worse than that. I'm gonna go look right now.
My work email, yeah, crystal clear. Like, only things in my inbox are outstanding items. Like, okay, I need to look at this. Like, that's why they're in there, because
I need to see the full number. Can't I see the full number?
but yeah, I have my work stuff is so much more organized than my at-home stuff. Definitely, I guess that's good though, because my work is, you know, that's how I live. But
yeah,
that's how
exactly.
I get money. But it's just so it's kind of funny. I'm not like I'm like dirty at home, but it's just like, okay, you know, I have like an energy drink and a water bottle and whatever else like on my desk right now. It's been there for a couple of days because it's the weekend. I'm like, I would never do that at work. I would throw it away right away. But also, you know, we have people to take out the trash at work and stuff like that too. At home, I have to take out the trash. You know, it's not someone else.
That's one of those things that get affected by your schedule too, right? It's like,
oh my God,
sometimes it gets a little crowded and messy and scattered here because, you know, I had to choose, like, do I want to make sure I get all 8 hours of sleep tonight, or do I clean up and get all this trash out today, or can it wait one more day?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like, even just going to the trash chute to bring the trash, like on the long days, I'm like, oh my God, I already walked up the stairs. Now I have to bring it down and bring it. I'll bring it some other time. And then it's just like, I bring it like a couple days later. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just so tired. But yeah, I'm glad to be switching back to basically a normal schedule.
Yeah, the good old 8 to 5.
Yeah, well, we have one where we can come in 30 minutes early for a few, for 3 days or something. I don't know and we have a shorter lunch. We have a 30-minute lunch and we come in 30 minutes early. So then we just work 6 hours one day of the week.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I was on it before, but then I wasn't.
So
It wasn't.
that I wasn't. But
Good talk.
does anyone else have any hot topics, anything they can think about that you want to cover? Because I'm pretty much done. I don't really got
As long as you
anything.
got what you think you got from this, I'm good with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could talk about shitty jobs forever, or just fuck it.
I'll tell the story how I worked at Home Depot for 3 days.
3 days.
Wait,
Yeah, one of my first jobs. That was pretty bad.
wait, I want to hear that.
Oh, it's not too interesting. They just did not train me at all. And they're like, all right, here's the scanner, put things away. I'm like, no one showed me how to
You're like,
use the
"What?"
scanner.
Oh my god. At least they gave you it. The Staples, they had the little thing to scan stuff, and yeah, no one told me until like the next week or something. And
They just wanted to see you suffer.
yeah, and
Yeah.
people
Really,
were
that's what
asking
it
me
is.
questions and stuff, and what price this is coming up at. I'm like, I don't know.
I
I
don't know, dude.
I kept asking management for hey, can you show
Oh,
me? It's
no.
like, oh no, we're too busy. It's like you're just
what do you
sitting
mean you're too
off?
What
busy?
the hell? 3 days. That's awesome.
I was like, yeah. After the third day, after asking for help from management and other coworkers, and no one helped me. I was like, all right, this is my last night.
Well, I mean, collectively, I worked at Staples for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, but I only worked one day a week, so
Oh, just make up part-time.
yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah,
That's based.
I don't miss part time. That was
No, not at all.
Mine was nice getting 200 or so bucks extra, but yeah, it was too much. That was when I was also a couple months into the 410s. So I was like, let me get a job, another job, because I kind of have an extra day. And it was okay. I think I could have chosen a better job, and I would have liked it a little more, and I could have maybe stuck
The extra
through.
day, I feel like, is never worth.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like
it's-
mental health wise.
Yeah, it's being on that for a short term. If you need stuff to do and you just have a busy couple months, it's okay. But yeah, I didn't last a year. I mean, it was almost a year, but yeah, I've been so tired recently. And yeah, when you actually have things going on that you need to do, and it's just consuming your whole life, then you're not going to be able to do any of those things on those 4 days you work. So it doesn't help
yeah.
in the long run, at least for me.
No,
But
410s is hard.
still try it out if anyone ever has the option. I mean, it's great sometimes. It's really great, especially when you don't have to study, don't have to hang out with anyone.
If you feel like you're single and you don't have a lot going on,
I
it's a
know.
pretty
Yeah,
set
basically.
schedule to
Yeah.
have. But
As
Alright.
someone that was in a relationship during that, it was awful.
Oh,
No.
you were on it?
410s and yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was awful.
when my girlfriend and I, we both work at the school and we have the 410s at the same time, so that works out perfect. But in any other scenario, I'm sure it's way more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I live with Nico, so that helps. I mean, if I didn't live with him, that would suck a lot, probably. But yeah, it's that also affects work a lot too. Just what shifts am I gonna take? I don't want to take any crazy shifts because you're gonna lose sleep if I do a
Yeah.
night shift, and I don't even think I could do a night shift anyway. But sometimes the options here are looking at jobs are not that good shift wise. so it's
Sometimes you gotta take what you can get.
yeah, exactly. But all right, well, if that's it, we could go through all y'all can share y'all's social media,
Oh
and
gosh,
whoever wants to go first can go.
I don't have social media to promote. Listen to the Mariety show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am not a social media person. Go ahead, guys.
all I gotta say is listen to the Mariety show
Thank
because
you.
I also
Yeah.
have nothing to promote.
What the heck?
I'm not active. Maybe one day I'll make my gym account, workout account, like I've always wanted, and I'll come back on and promote that.
We'll get you on how we work out. It's all right.
Yeah, if it's made by then, no
Yeah.
guarantee.
I'll
We
get
have the Mariety comedic universe.
I'll get you. I'll get like Brady or something. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah.
No, Brady hates me.
He said he's like at the gym for like actually 4 hours. I'm like, dude, that's a bit excessive.
Yeah, he's probably sitting there scrolling on his phone.
I hate when people do that shit. Oh my god, I hate like dude, they're taking up a whole machine too, and they're not doing
He's
anything.
moderating Discord channels from the bench.
Moderating local live Discord servers. Peyton, your social media? I know you have some.
Yeah, I do. First off, yeah, listen to the Mariety show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Sub to the fourth wall. I keep
that's
wanting to
in
say float
Discord.
plane. I keep wanting to say float plane because that's what Dank Pods uses for his drum streams.
You what?
But it's
I have
fourth
no
wall.
idea what you're saying at
Yeah.
all. You keep saying what?
So
Right.
I keep wanting to say float plane instead of fourth wall.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like another.
That's
Is it
all.
another service?
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar. It's
Oh.
basically like sub content, but yeah, sub on the fourth wall, and go sub to the YouTube channel. Not only the Mariety show, but also Ghost Peyton, where I guess we're on the road to getting somewhere. We're at 15K,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be stagnant.
Your video, I've just because someone
Yeah.
linked that episode you were on. I listened to about half of it the other day, and I was like, oh, let me check into his YouTube because you were talking about that in his video where he put some doom song over
Yeah,
anti-bullying ad. Is that like 5 million views?
yeah, it's at 5.3.
You need to upload some more videos. You need to
I
capitalize. on all-
do. The last one I uploaded was a video about Michael Reeves, his Trigger
was
Me
like
Elmo video,
That was like a year ago.
and that was a year ago.
Yeah, you need to upload
so
frequently.
behind.
You have fans that need more.
Yeah,
doom
I
music
do have
over
fans.
Video content.
I just haven't had any reason to. But yeah, that's the main stuff. I've got Instagram, Frosted564. Maybe I'll go live on Twitch one of these days. I think that's also Frosted564.
If anyone plays Rocket League, please hit me up. I need people who play Rocket League.
Yep.
Weaver
yeah,
doesn't ever want to play with me.
We should
that's
do
all.
that
That's
next
all
game.
for me though.
All right, Rocket League. You didn't even say your name on there.
Oh, add. God, I don't know
I'll
what
put
it
it in the
is.
description.
Okay.
Nice. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Thanks for being fourth wallers. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Sorry, I forgot
yeah,
some
of course.
you were maybe.
Thank you for the show, Mariah.
Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah,
and
it
that
was a lot
one
of
guy
fun.
that didn't see this really missed out. He sucks.
Womp womp. Who was it? Will you disclose?
I don't even think he's in my Discord server. I think he's just a Who's Right fan that follows me on Twitter. His name's Curtis, though. I'm not mad at him.
That sounds like a
Curtis.
I don't
Who's
think
Right fan.
that sounds like a Who's Right fan. I should not laugh that hard at that. Sorry. Oh man, sorry, Curtis. Sorry. No, I don't think he uses Discord often, but it's okay. We overbooked. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't overbook. I'm glad all of you guys were able to show up, but we'll get back together at some point and hang out and stuff. So I appreciate
Once a year.
you guys. Once a year. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you. And
Thanks,
that's-
Mariah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mariah.
That's how we work.
Bye bye.
Bitterly. Bye.
Baba Booey.
You're listening to
The Mariety Show.
The Mariety Show.
The Mariety Show.